Hello friends, today's topic is about clinical application of albumin. Already we have seen that albumin which is produced by the liver, and there are various functions like buffering function, transportation function, maintaining of blood volume. They are the important function of albumin, and this albumin that is present in a 3.5 to 5 gram per deciliter concentration in our blood. Now in detail of this plasma or how this albumin understanding that can be used in a clinical practice that we will look. So simply we have seen that one important function of albumin, that is transport function. So it is transporting various molecules, and out of that most important like non-esterified fatty acid, aspirin and bilirubin. Now whenever the hemolytic anemia will occur, so what happen that RBC will be ruptured, premature rupturation of the RBC, and from that RBC what happen, hemoglobin will be separated, and from that hemoglobin unconjugated bilirubin will be generated, and this unconjugated bilirubin level will be high in a hemolytic anemia. So during that condition, if aspirin, that one of the important drug which is commonly utilized in clinical practice, if this aspirin is given during that time of hemolytic anemia, what happen that will release what are the bilirubin, that is unconjugated bilirubin, that is generally bound over the albumin, but this aspirin is given that will release bilirubin from the albumin. And if this release of the bilirubin will be deposited in a brain, but that can mostly seen in a young child. So during young child or newborn babies, during that time if hemolytic anemia and aspirin is given, then bilirubin will be released from the albumin, means all over blood bilirubin, unconjugated bilirubin level will be high, and that can cross the blood brain barrier, and that can lead to the deposition of this bilirubin in the brain of the young child, and that can lead to the cognitive errors and mental retardation is seen. So you have to keep in mind this aspirin, if there is a hemolytic anemia during for the young child, it should not be given, otherwise it can lead to the cognitive errors and mental retardation. So that is one of the clinical application of albumin in the form of transportation of various molecule. Further, in this transportation also you have to remember albumin is transporting calcium. So calcium that is also in correlation with the level of the albumin. So simply what happen, if albumin level is decreased in any patient, then along with that albumin there is a low calcium level is also observed. Normal calcium level that is 9 to 11 milligram per deciliter, but if there is a hypoalbuminemia, means if albumin level is around 3.5 gram per deciliter or less than that, along with that low albumin level there is a calcium level will be also low, but in that patient ionized calcium will be remain normal. So ionized calcium that is playing main role or biological role of calcium, that is due to this ionized calcium, but ionized calcium may be remain normal, but what are the bound calcium which is bound over the albumin, that is go towards the lower side, and that is reflected in the form of low calcium level, but in this patient tetany may not occur. So you have to keep in mind there is a hypocalcemia, means calcium level is low, during that time you have to also correlate whether it is due to hypoalbuminemia or actually hypocalcemia. So in general, when 1 gram per deciliter of albumin level is decreased in the blood, that is reflected in the form of decrease of 0.8 milligram per deciliter of the calcium. So total calcium level will be lowered down by 0.8 milligram per decrease of 1 gram of the albumin. So that is another importance or application of this albumin in our clinical practice. Further, albumin that is also showing that various kind of drug interaction. Nowadays various kind of drugs are given simultaneously. All and most of these hydrophobic drugs are transported with the help of albumin. So competitive inhibition for the attachment over the albumin will occur or will reflected in the form of this drug interaction. So if two drugs which have the same affinity for the albumin is given, and that will lead to the drug interaction, and this drug interaction that can lead to the various side effect, or particularly one particular drug is showing effect and another drug will not show any kind of effect, and that is typically seen in phenytoin dicumarole interaction. So drug interaction that is also related with the albumin, and so suppose two drugs which have same affinity for the albumin, that should be given properly, so it should not make any interaction with the albumin or providing of the proper effect. Further, albumin is also utilized for the therapeutic, means for the treatment purpose, mostly in burns, hemorrhage and shock. In all these three conditions, mainly the blood volume is decreased. We have to maintain that blood volume of about 4.5 to 5 liter in the vascular compartment, and for to maintain this vascular compartment blood volume, we are providing albumin. So that is one of the important function of the albumin. Further, typically in hypoalbuminemia, particular when low albumin level in the blood, that is shown with the edema. So that is due to the colloid osmotic pressure is non-patent. So in different condition, different kind of edema is seen. So that we will look. So which are the condition? Malnutrition, whether person is not taking or not getting proper amount of protein or essential amino acid, and that is leading to the malnutrition. Due to non-availability of essential amino acid, particularly albumin will not synthesize, and that can lead to the generalized edema, and that is also seen in children in the form of kwashiorkor. So nephrotic syndrome, here protein is proper, but due to damage in glomerules, particularly protein will be lost in the urine. Mostly albumin will be lost in the urine, and that is seen as a facial edema. For the cirrhosis of liver, so liver is the main site for the production of albumin. If albumin is not produced due to damage of the liver cell, and that will reflected in the form of ascites, where particular fluid is accumulated in the peritoneal cavity. One more condition, that is CCF, congestive cardiac failure. What happen in that? That the hydrostatic pressure is increased, and that will lead to the escape of the fluid outside of the vascular compartment, and that fluid will remain over the outside of the vascular compartment in the tissue, and that will lead to the pitting type of edema. When you will press your thumb over the edema, there is a pitting, means some pit will be generated, and that will gradually filled up, but that is particular pit will be seen. So it is called pitting type of edema, and that is one of the indication of the hypoalbuminemia. So that is all about the important clinical application of the albumin.